I deleted my ex-fiancé off of social media today. I am relieved, but deeply saddened at the same time. The life I pictured we would share together, will never come to fruition. The dreams I envisioned for us, will never come true. The house that I bought for us, will feel empty and alone. Thought I was okay, but as I write this I realize I am not. Tomorrow, I have to go to a wedding of 2 long-time friends. I RSVP'd with A+1, but now with such short notice, I cannot find anyone to go tag along. Does anyone have any suggestions for dealing with grief, betrayal and depression? Linked a post that somewhat explains my situation, leading up to the breakup. Update, I have created a Tinder account. Let's see how this goes. Update number 2, it was down to the wire, but I found a date lol. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm really proud of you for listing this all out to process it, and I think you have a very healthy mindset for the way you're dealing with it. You dealt with this very logically, and your emotions didn't get in the way of anything. This is a really big achievement. I hope you know how proud you should be for reacting so well. As for the advice, your fiancé was struggling a lot from what I can tell. I believe too much happened in a short span of time and she developed what I like to call the numb love, which is where you feel no emotion, but there is also no sadness or hate. It's just a big empty void. She probably spent time with her friends, felt the tiniest bit of happiness and concluded that you were the part of her life giving her this void. It's very common, happens a lot after childbirth. It's typically a stress reaction which develops into depression if not taken care of. I've experienced something similar, but at the girl's end, I didn't stand it very well and developed the same void feeling. Thought my boyfriend was the problem, so I stopped replying and took space away. Eventually, after being alone, I realized it was the opposite and I loved him. It took me 5 months to realize this though, and it tore him to pieces that I could up and decide to leave. It's a mental health thing, it makes no sense because it's not supposed to. She may not come back, but just understand it's nothing you did. You are a very considerate guy and you dealt with it really well. Your friend will understand, I'm sure of that, and if it's that bad you can always offer to pay them for the extra mouth of food that didn't come. I'm really sorry for everything you've gone through, and if you need someone to talk to, please reach out. You're doing great so far. I did this 10 years ago with an ex I thought I would never get over and with whom I had a once-in-a-lifetime connection. Let me tell, I feel zero feelings for them now, not a care in the world. It took at least 4 full years of secret grief to get there, and it was sad to kill those feelings. That person tried to reach out but I never responded. I neither regret the relationship nor cutting them off. I have fallen in love with the person I became post-breakup and the relationships I have formed since then. Somehow, you will get there. For now, you just have to get through it. You will fall in love again in different ways and you will learn to be proud of the person you become as you heal. Same hat. Relationship of almost 5 years broke apart. She still had the engagement ring for months and I had to ask for it periodically. Cutting contact cold after that has done wonders. After almost a year of mourning and becoming a better self for me and my loved ones, I felt good again. By chance I went on a date 4 months ago that ended up being one of the best days of my life. We're together now and I'm very grateful to have found her. I can see now that the breakup happened for a reason and that having a connection doesn't mean you're destined to spend your life with someone. I feel closer to my GF now than I ever did to my ex, and I never thought that was possible. More than anything, you needn't do more than show up for the ceremony. You don't need to stick around if you don't want to, though I find, having once been broken up with by my fiancé several years ago, recovery works best when you go out and make your own life and make decisions for yourself. You can stay and party too, just be mindful of your emotions. Thankfully, I will know most of the people there. The 2 getting married were my teammates in college. We all cheered together. Brit was a flyer, and Justin and I were co-ed stunters. Google co-ed stunting if you're curious. So the wedding will also be a big reunion for a lot of us. I'm very excited. That sounds like me a year ago. 2 asked for tips for deal with betrayal, anger, loss, all that. All I can say is, time heals. Not an easy or pleasant process, but time will make the heart stop aching, the mind to stop the what ifs, the reminiscing to slow down a bit, and for the light to shine through the days a little bit more. Word of advice, keep no contact. I'm not sure of what happened given your thread was deleted, but moving forward is always the best option. Deleting their social media is a major step in severing the attachment. Excellent. I 24 am officially done with my emotionally abusive partner, 47. My baby daughter comes first. Update is in the comments. It's a long story, but basically, my ex is emotionally and mentally abusive. Gaslights me, plays with my head, accuses me of things I don't do, doesn't trust me, and is a narcissist and only cares about himself and doesn't listen to anything I say or cares about how I feel. I have been with him for 3 years, and I put up with his trust issues and paranoia for a while. We loved each other, but went through the classic abuse cycle. I am done. I am mentally and emotionally exhausted. My heart hurts so much. I am so tired of pouring my heart out to him and him just thinking I'm gonna cheat or lie or leave him the entire time. He acts like a child. I've forgotten who I am. I am 24 years old and I have no friends. I can't even have friends without him wanting to know everything. Some examples of his shenanigans: had to leave the army early because he thought I was apparently having an orgy with all the soldiers. Sarcasm. Had to delete my social media and all apps that involve making friends. Saw a random note on the ground outside that said you parked in my spot, and he thought I wrote it even though it blew there from the wind. Questions every message, text, and email, even if it's spam. Made me get a DNA test when I became pregnant. Once he saw this was obviously his baby, he didn't even apologize. Thinks the house is tapped. Thinks our phones are tapped. Thinks the cops follow/watch him. I really could go on forever, but it's pointless. He loves me, but has a strange way of expressing it. He cuddles me, kisses me, takes me places, takes care of me, makes me laugh. We have so much fun together, is a great father, but he likes to show nudes of me at work. Brags about me all the time at work. Talks shit about me at work. Horses around way too much. Goes through my phone. Questions everything with a dick that walks across my path. Questions my own family, friends, oh yes. And I should mention that he is twice my age. What was I thinking? I literally wasted 3 years of my life. It is absolutely pointless arguing with him. He just turns the blame on me and says I'm the one who is crazy, I need medication, I am a liar, I am being defensive. If you aren't hiding anything, then why are you so angry? He literally makes me question my own sanity. I can't help but think I wish I never met him. I wish I was single. Wish I wasn't me. Wish I could start all over. I feel like a horrible mom. He gave me this bow today. I fucked up a baby. That's about it. And thank God for her in my life. I would have killed myself if she was never born. She literally saved me. Anyways, I can't be under the same roof with him. We aren't married. He wants me out of the house. I don't pay rent. Him gonna buy one of his cars, and I applied to some apartments. Him filing for child support today. I requested info from a local housing shelter. Christmas is ruined. My baby does not need to go through this. I am not putting her through this. I need to get the hell out of the house and fast. It's all just so much and it's happening so fast. Within one day, I became a single mother. And he could easily change the locks or something. Or put a restraining order on me and call me crazy and tell the court I am an unfit mother and am mentally unstable. So much is going through my head. It's just me and my beau today. I fucked up a daughter against the world now. I need advice. Single mothers out there, single fathers, I'm scared, stressed, depressed. Edit, forgot to mention. My baby is 7 months. We were fine for about 2 months. Then I got it with PPD. I've been on meds since then. Once my baby was 4 months old, his shenanigans started again. So 3 months later, I'm eating my daughter and I away from him. I went through similar abuse my whole childhood. Not gonna happen. Not today. not ever. Also, if you want to see what we look like, check out my previous posts from my profile. That might paint a clearer picture. Edit 2, holy shit. My heart is so full with hope and love. Thank you all so much for your kind words and support. I have been really struggling. I have therapy set up for me, and friends I can lean on until I move out. I'm still stressed about all the legal stuff that has to take place now, and stressed he will demand to want to see his daughter more than what's fair. I hope I can use this post to re-explain this to a judge/lawyer/counselor or whatever. Please remind me to stay away from men for a while. I'm stupid and fall in love with stupid men stupidly fast. Baby comes first. I will update you all once I move into my apartment. In the meantime, I'll wear my armor while I'm in the lion's den till I can get out. Just get out of there and focus on you and your child. Christmas is ruined. On the contrary, your Christmas is made. The gift you've given to yourself and your daughter is a new life. It's going to be a boat today I fucked up one, full of freedom and your own decisions. I do just want to say, because one part of this really stood out to me. He does not love you. He's not secretly a good person with a weird way of expressing his feelings. He feels no love for you. He is not a great father either, he's incapable of it. Also, I don't know how old your daughter is exactly, but Christmas isn't ruined for her. She has no idea what time of year it is. If any part of you feels guilty or sad for her not having Christmas this year, please don't. I assure you that she doesn't notice or care, and there are far more important things for you to focus on. He loves me. He does not, but I will cut you some slack for thinking that, considering you were 21 when you met him and he's old enough to be your father. Not a surprise given the age gap. He chose you to mindfuck you. Glad you're seeing the light and making better decisions now that you have a baby. Best wishes to you. So many of the more abusive relationship stuff I see posted have 10+ year age gaps. It's almost always a red flag. Like, do people honestly think a man that advanced in age is anywhere near mentally normal if he's going after girls young enough to be his daughter? My girlfriend, 25F, recently asked me if I, 26M, would be okay to open up our relationship, and I don't know what to think. Please read the edit lower before commenting. So, here it is. My GF and I have been together for about 1 year and 3 months now, and before getting together we discussed about polyamorous and open relationships. At first we seriously considered an open relationship, but things went on and we just went for a classical exclusive relation. The thing is, that those last months she felt quite bad and had a case of depression, and I had the impression she became more distant. But we figured it out and everything went back to normal. But then she told me that she spoke with her therapist and realized that she was following a pattern. She finds someone, she fell in love, and after a while she just feels the need to flirt with someone else, so she does. And then she grew attached and fell in love, etc. So, because she loves me and don't want us to fall apart because of that, she asked me how I would feel about opening our relationship, so that she could indulge her need for seduction, but with rules to prevent her to grow attached to other people. And it scares me a lot, because I really want her to be happy, I really want us to be happy, and I don't see how I could be entitled to forbid her to do what she wants, especially when I will probably have to move the other side of the country we live for an internship for the next 6 months and won't be able to come back to our hometown every day nor every weekends, more like 2 or 3 days every 2 or 3 weeks. But the thing is, I don't see how that's supposed to break the pattern, because in my opinion it's just doing the same thing except that I would be aware of it, and I don't see how just agreeing on some rules would prevent her against growing attached, and eventually falling in love, to someone else. I'm also really scared that it'd just make me more and more jealous, eventually leading me to be very toxic and making me destroy our relation. So I'm asking those of you that are in open or polyamorous relationships, how did you open your relations? How did you felt about it? Did you put rules? If so, what are them? How can I know that I'm ready? Thanks for having read all this, and please, excuse me if you spot some mistakes. English is not my mother tongue. Edit, please read this before commenting. As I'm reading myself, It appears that as the post is currently written, my girlfriend appears kinda bitchy. Let me clarify, she is absolutely not. She cares a lot about me and my insecurities, as I am also seeing a therapist for my trust and lack of self-esteem issues. And it is absolutely not an ultimatum. She said, multiple times, that she cares about me and my opinion and doesn't want to go on that without me agreeing to it. She does care about my feelings and my self-esteem, and also said that if we choose to open our relation, she's ready to let me try first. We definitely agreed that we won't take any decisions without thoroughly discussing the matter. While I am really grateful to every single person that take time to give me a piece of advice, the question was specifically aimed at polyamorous couples or people currently, or that have been, involved in those kind of relationships, because I am asking myself a lot of questions about it, and in need of advices on how to handle the talk and, the most important, how to know/assess if I'm ready for it.